So, also, Kevin wants to, lie about a lot of small things, which make me question the questionable things a lot more as time passes. Like, I had my friend Melissa Cashin in town from Ohio visiting California, and then Kevin disappeared around 4 in the morning for a few hours, saying that he and Chris needed to give this girl Ashley a ride home because she was too drunk. And he needed to follow them so he could give Chris a ride back because they needed to give her car, and he was just being a good friend. And then his mom not remembering her own name and getting a DUI in Pismo. And then for training for work, Kevin would often have 2-week out of town training sessions, and then would never really be able to afford vacation time. He would call off sick a lot, but would never really take vacation time. Then later, when we moved to Michigan, and started working for Buckeye in Ohio, in Toledo, he started installing fiber cable, and he would take his vacation as the first month he got it when he worked for Buckeye. And then he got fired, and then was emailed to come to his new company, and got a new job. And there was another time he disappeared, which made me think of the 2-week training sessions for every other job. One of the times he had a roommate for his training at a hotel. One of the times he had 2-week training at the same time as Coachella, which was weird to me that my labor nurse kept saying my bracelet was like a Coachella bracelet. What was the other time he disappeared? Well, he also flew me out to Michigan, Ohio on my own without asking me, which was weird to me. Let me see if I can remember if I go back inside. Oh yeah, okay. So he and I would hike Point Sal in Santa Maria, and it was a very remote hike because it was a long hike. You had to hike about 3 hours just over a mountain to get to the beach, and then the hike back was very steep. And so me and him would do that hike. We did that hike a few times. Once we did it with 2 of his coworkers, but we didn't. And then another time me and him did the hike, but he got dehydrated and then drank a bunch of water and his whole body cramped up. And then another time he did the hike without me, and he said he and Alan went hiking there. And there's an Air Force base right there. For some reason, he and Alan just wanted a guy's night to hang out and smoke and chill. But then, so Alan was with me and Kevin and Stevie and myself when we were camping, when we were going to go to Montana Dior, but then we decided to camp at Oceano. Kevin told me that, oh, did you know that Stevie and Alan slept together? Which is the same thing that he told me when I went camping with Melissa and Kevin's brother Matt at Hocking Hills. And they slept in the same tent because it was always like, oh, we don't have a tent. And then Kevin would always be like, did you know they slept together? And I'd be like, what? And then I'd ask Melissa or Stevie about it, and they would say no. Melissa said that her and Matt were together. They had like a fling or something. I don't know. But that was after Kevin had already accused them of being together. And then Kevin started getting mad at Melissa for flirting with Matt all the time.